And then boom. Right, it's there. Okay. Now let's go on. We will continue on mining and getting. Yeah. Or was it the cave? I had already explored the cave. On mining, getting this ground floor up and running. And after it has come up, oh, got one thing. There we go. Alright, so plan for today is just to keep on mining. Getting this, what I'm actually trying to do is that I want to get this entire facility like that. To have an idea of what area do I actually have to work with. What space do I have? Just like this is not a lot of space. But like if it's all the way over here, then I can work with it. Because there's like, I have to stand. Okay, it's getting a little loud. Fan. Regardless, what I'm gonna have to do is keep on digging. Entire place. So yeah, there's still some part. I need to dig out this. I need to figure out how far this direction I have. I could have ended poorly. And then I need to start from the top and then dig down. And get like a big facility. Get the mob farm, and it's gonna have to be like transparent so you can see into it. So, yeah, there's a lot I need to do. But while I'm doing it, I want to talk about Poppy from League of Legends, because that is a champion I have mixed feelings about. Because on one hand, it is not a dumber champion than her. I mean, she basically starts with her being a champion that just walks around. She's a yodel. And yodels are usually very social, but she can't really connect with everyone. Like, she's not as bad as Vex. Can't really find peace there. So she goes out into the world. Then she meets Orlon, which is the founder of Demacia. This, by the way, League of Legends. And Orlon is part of Demacia, which later on turns to be a magic processing. When it comes to magic, they are the tolerance is like rock bottom. If there's something in the beginning, it was like, oh, magic, we don't really do that. But then it became like, okay, you got magic? You have magic in your name, or you have anything to do with magic at all? But guess what? We're gonna put you in prison. We're gonna keep you there. Then we're gonna feed you poison until you die. And we're gonna make your life torturous. You're not gonna. And then after those, yeah, they basically just kill you and make your death a long and slow one. Like, you don't even execute them. Oh, sometimes they do if it's a criminal, but otherwise it just poisons them to death. Prison, and it's just like, wow, that's cruel. But Orlon was not quite like that, because he grew quite fond of Poppy, the Yordle, which is basically a big fuzzball of magic. And when I say fuzzball of magic, it's like a dwarf that is like a furry, in a way, that has magical powers. There's another example is Tristana, Timo, Lulu. There's a bunch of them. There's also like other types. There's like Eclit. He really likes combat, and Honor and Glory. There's Kennen, a ninja. There's also Vex, which like that's really, or just a Yordle that's really depressed that she cannot die. But regardless, Poppy joins this Orlon guy and follows him around. And then at his deathbed, Poppy gets told by Orlon that the hammer that he carries was never actually meant for him. It was meant for a hero who should protect Demacia. And he hands her the hammer. And then dies. And she's like, I gotta find that hero. And you know what? Understandable. It could be that he didn't actually say you are the hero. It's understandable she could be a little confused. So she runs across Demacia looking for this hero, and as she walks around and as she looks, centuries pass, and eventually no one remembers her. They only remember the hammer. And she basically does a lot of beats while she's wandering around. Sounds like a fable. Goes into a city, she tries to see if there's a hero, and if there's a problem, if there's some Persian or monster attacking the cities, then she destroys that monster. She's on to the next one, because surely the hero's gonna be there. And as he moves on to the next place, oh, there's a big wolf on the way. She says, you probably shouldn't attack me, but it does anyway, and she destroys it. Some villagers raise a statue in her honor. Hey, he doesn't really connect the dots, and neither do the villagers. They've drawn like a heroic statue, the only recognizable part being that it is short. The character, feeling wolf, is short and has the hammer. And she just runs around there, being in every single village, and well, she never connects the dots that she might be the hero that everyone is talking about. She's just looking for that hero that everyone's talking about. And like, that is pretty cute that she is that dumb. The problem is that she has been like that for around 900 years, not even giving it a thought, or rather, she has given it a thought. That's the problem. She has given it a thought that she might be the hero. But nah, that's ridiculous. And I was just like, I loved her story when I thought she was like maybe a century or two old. But 900 years is a long time. How can she possibly not connect the dots? It just infuriates me that she's this level of oblivious. And actually, I don't think anyone could be that oblivious. Maybe for... Usually when there's like a misunderstanding, it clicks after like a decade. That's a long time, but like then it clicks, oh, that's what he meant. Think to yourself. Maybe it takes a half a lifetime. Guess what? 900 years is a lot longer than half a lifetime. I guess maybe not for Poppy, because she cannot die, because she's the fuzzball of magic, but like, oh, that's just... She should have realized that she is the hero. Didn't. Just really infuriated by that. Ugh. They find it annoying. But nonetheless, she is very, very... But then... And I once realized that, I knew that, man, this is the dumbest character, and I hate her. And then, but the problem is, every time I play League of Legends, I don't actually play League of Legends anymore. I rather play Wild Rift. That's actually pretty fun. But every time I play her, I just realize, damn, her entire kit is amazing. And I can't help but, like, be infatuated by it. Like, it's so good. That her kit is so good. I don't even know how she's classified as a tank, but somehow she is. I think it's just that she can get away with getting less armor, or she can just get the armor and it will, like, stack upon itself. I think that's why she really works as a tank. Also, her shield, getting her shield to give her that in-game combat ability. But, like, oh, her entire kit is fantastic. And also, excellent to get an early lead. The enemy walks close to a wall, bam, into the wall with them. Into the wall you go. Oh man, she is bloody lovely when it comes to that. But I really, really hate the fact that she is 900 years old and has not realized it. Oh my. Regardless, that's enough leak for today. How much leak was that? 12 minutes of leak. Oh dear. Anyway, back to Minecraft. Yeah. So far, it seems that we have a good amount of space to work with. Yeah. It is what it would seem like. Maybe I should count how much we actually got. That I can do in a simple manner, where I just basically... Alright. So now we dig with this. Then however far we get, that is how far it can be. Okay, it's not looking good. Numbers are not looking good. I expect it to make it a lot farther. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, wait. No, we're catching up. Alright, okay. Good, good. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. $14 minus 2, so 12. Actually, 12. It should actually be minus 3, so that means 11. So 11 plus 64 plus think that was 3 a dog and then +1. 64 plus 11, that means 75. Plus 3, that means 85. 78. Plus 1, 8. 79. 79. 79 blocks. Is that enough? I am uncertain. That's gotta be enough. Yeah, I think that's enough. Okay. Now the next thing I need to do. That means we have 79 here. But the problem is this does encroach on the space. But if I take... Oh, maybe I should check from here actually. Eight, 77, 76, 75, 74, 73, 2, 71, 70. Okay, so there's 70 blocks to work with. I will take out this. Do I want the entire thing? Do want that, but that's a lot of sand. Like a crap ton of... Actually, it's not gonna be that bad, but there's still a lot of digging. I'm gonna have to dig it. Higher chunk. These entire sets of chunks, oh dear. But once a day, the way to do it. 2, 3 days the way. You know, once I have set up my my mining station, then maybe we'll go a little faster. Because then I can usually use 1 pickaxe a minute. And that's 64 blocks. That is roughly 1 column. That means that I would have to use 70 minutes to get roughly 70 rows. A little more than that, maybe 90 minutes. Probably a little less than that. But then there's also maintenance. Yeah, that's difficult to say. Happen. Also, another thing. Actually, now I'm going to talk about League again. With Legend. Poppy. There is some annoyance about Poppy not being in the Sentinels of Fate event. However, I'm actually glad that she weren't, because if she were, the way she would fall would be that either, depending on how you interpret Vane's quote, is either that she decided that I'm not gonna join the Sentinels Alliance. I'm just gonna do my own thing. Or that, no, Bane, I'm not just gonna follow you around and help you destroy these things. I gotta look for the hero. Or I'm gonna do it myself. Which would be out of character. Would lead to her being. Or she's gonna say that, no, I need to find a hero. I don't have time for this. Gotta find the hero. And he's gotta be there. Like, with all of this chaos, with these undead coming to life, these corrupted people. The hero's gotta be here. Somewhere. Find him. Just like, wow. She said is the only thing I would actually be so like plausible, but that's what she would do. And that's also what we witness, that she that we don't get a ruination skin, which would hint that she went corrupted, so she might have been off screen. But the fact that we get shown in the like in cinematic that she is present in the event, that means that she is there. The fact that we don't get a ruination skin, at least to me, hints that she is still fine. But how in the world does she survive the ruination? That's a little crazy. Maybe she just goes unnoticed, in a way. I mean, Demacia does not notice her. She's probably pretty sneaky. And it's just, if she was part of if she got a ruination skin, that would be a little sad, in a way. It would also be cool, but it would be sad. Also, they would have to change her whole array of voice lines in order to do that. Every single voice line would have to be changed because none of them exhibit ruination, really. Which might be a little cumbersome. Actually, hang on, I need to check some. Sentinel hide fade. Focus.
Let us hunt those who have fallen to darkness.
Let me just this, and then I'm gonna go. Wait a minute. I know I have it somewhere. I know I have it.
I join. Well.
Oh, okay. It seems that Vane had a lot of voice lines, so I guess all of them did have. Actually, let me just check, just in case. Okay. Okay, so they do have a lot of voice lines. Oh my goodness. Oh, that would actually have been pretty sick to have Poppy's Renation voice lines. Oh, that's a shame. But you know what? We got a great animation of Poppy. So, you know what? It's fine. Might only have been like 2 or 3 seconds. No, 10 seconds screen time. But those were some effective screen time. Those were some effective seconds, rather. So, I won't complain. And neither should you. The other champions who have it much worse. And I think Poppy is fine as she is. But it could be very interesting to see if Renated Poppy actually embracing that she is the hero. And she is now gonna fight for darkness. Yeah. But you know what? I'm happy with it. My headcanon is that she did not get corrupted. Because we don't know what happened with her. And the reason why I'm mining diamonds is because I in order to make a piece of armor and all the tools. Because I need to run some tests with diamond armor. Because there's something about fall damage being reduced when you have armor. For example, I fell from a 3-block height and I took no damage because I had leather armor on. I want to know if that same goes for diamond. It can like block all damage. Oh, that could also be a thing I do. I could look like at the patch notes and then like correct them. It's actually not a bad idea. You know, this project may seem very, very cumbersome, but logically speaking, I can roughly get 1 layer done a day. That means that this one mob farm will take about 60 days or to get done. Which is a little significant, but if I also get TNT, then I could be faster. Then again, then I would need sand, which is... You know what? I have suffered worse. I have dealt with worse. So I think with this first facility, I shall make like an observation staircase so I can observe from what distance will they still spawn. And once I have that, I can, you know, modify my future signs to be fit for it. What I mean is that I can use future designs to determine... I use this design to determine what distance from the actual like farm do I have to be on. And then from there I can, you know, make some more efficient one. Build a very, very big one next time. But it has to be underground because I love seeing it underground. Oh, I also didn't factor caverns. Caverns could actually be huge. Our day. Keep this going. I mean, it is amazing how much you can get done. Hour of work every day. This is some of the more simple stuff. Okay. No. I've talked a lot about Poppy, so maybe I should just keep on talking about Poppy. The most amazing thing about Poppy's kit is her E. Her E, actually, let me just think about it. What is the most amazing thing about Poppy? Her Q, let's put it like this. Poppy has 3 out of 4 abilities which apply CC. Some sort of like immobilizing stun. For example, her E, very simple. You displace an enemy, and if you hit a wall, then you stun them for 1 second point something. Her W, if an enemy dashes inside of the bubble you create, which remains for 2 seconds, then they are knocked up for half a second, and then afterwards they can't dash for 2 seconds. They're like grounded, which means that dashes won't work for 2 seconds, and it also means that, for example, Darius cannot make his ultimate. And that's basically immobilizing. Shen can't dash. It can really mess up someone's combo. Riven can't dash either, so that's all. And then that is the first thing that she can do. Then her E, as mentioned, it just stuns people into wall, and her ultimate, it has the ability to slam people up for 1 second, and it's like almost an instant cast. So there's not really any counterplay to it, other than being opposite side of Poppy, so she can push up 1. But its hitbox is actually pretty good, because if you stand on top of Poppy, then you will still get hit. She has a lot of crowd control. Crowd control is where you basically can impair the opponent so they can't really move around as efficiently. That's the first part of Poppy's kit, and like 3/4 of her kit is that. Then she has a Q. Does damage based upon how much health does it have. Like, is it a tank? Then it does more damage. If it does a squishy target, then it doesn't deal as much. But it still deals a significant amount of damage. So she has damage by default. She doesn't need to buy any items. In fact, items don't really do much to her. She just gets a bunch of damage for free. And she has insane amount of crowd control. This means that she can build a lot of tanky items that allow her to use her abilities more often. And she can just run into the enemy and soak up damage. And as she gets more and more damage, at some point she hits the threshold, she will take much less damage. That's also the threshold where shields usually trigger. Means that she will get a shield that's more effective because of her increased defense. And she will still be able to do damage because I broke one. will still be able to deal damage to the opponent. And she can just crowd control them with all her abilities, like stopping them from dashing so the rest of the team can hop in and destroy them. You can use her E to single out a particular target or get into the fray. And or carry an opponent out of position and effectively block all of their skill shots because you're standing on top of them. And you can use your ultimate to knock them all up. And if there's like a Yasuo on your team, boom, now he can use his ultimate. And on top of all this, her ultimate can also just be, I am gonna charge up this attack. And there's this one particular enemy that if we just remove them from the battlefield, then we win. Okay, now he's no longer on the battlefield. He didn't die. He's just not on the battlefield. I have thrown him off towards his base. And he's not coming back for the next like 10 or 20 seconds. That's how long it's going to take you to walk back. That's also her ultimate. Man, it's beautiful. Down to the Baron Pit. Boom. Oh, wait. League of Legends, go away.